And I met one of the greatest people in the world, Caitlin Clark, who just ran the basketball world. So I think together we hope to make you guys proud. We hope to make you guys feel like you're a part of our success and our journey. And I'm here. Let's do this. Let's go.
Fever supporters are glad to have Kelsey Mitchell return, although it's unclear if her resignation was due to loyalty or the Caitlin Clark effect.
What's up, everybody? Kelsey Mitchell here, and I'm a Fever girl again. So to my fans, to the basketball world, I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to be back. Indy has been good to me, and hopefully I could pour in and give the same. So here's to being a Fever girl.
The best backcourt in the WNBA remains intact because Kelsey Mitchell is back, staying with the Indiana Fever and going back-to-back with that backcourt with Caitlin Clark. Of course, Mitchell had been with Indiana her entire career. There was some speculation that she might want to explore other options, but there's no better option for Kelsey than playing along C-squared.
Following an impressive season finale, Kelsey Mitchell made the decision to leave the Indiana Fever in order to embrace the new era led by Caitlin Clark. Mitchell has stated that her dedication to the team was greatly influenced by Clark's arrival. The two sharpshooters will dominate the WNBA together, and Mitchell isn't avoiding the limelight.
It's a three-headed monster they got there in Indiana with Clark, Mitchell, Boston, no doubt. Kelsey has been a foundation of our franchise for many years. We are thrilled to see her return to the Fever. We value Kelsey's commitment to our organization. We're excited to see her build off of a phenomenal 2024 season, her best season yet. She was one of the best guards in the league, a cornerstone to building a championship roster.
Mitchell demonstrated her exceptional scoring skills last season, taking the lead in the latter part of the season, but many were unaware of how much Caitlin Clark contributed to that. While still in her college prime, Clark had already started to change the game from a distance, motivating players all across the league with her competitive fire and range vision. Among them was Mitchell, who flourished in a system that was set to be enhanced by Clark's arrival.
Thanks for showing Kelsey how important she is to the Indiana Fever.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. So everything about Kelsey Mitchell is core, right? Core values, her core basketball, everything about her is what we're about. And so there was no way she was going anywhere else but the Indiana Fever. So this is a great day for our franchise. It starts with her. Her legacy continues in an Indiana jersey, and we're off to the races now.
Clark is now formally in Indiana. In today's WNBA, Mitchell has discovered the ideal jogging partner. The dynamic guard the Fever now have one of the league's most dangerous backcourts, and their ability to spread the floor, distribute the ball precisely, and create space will allow them to play even more freely. Duos are the key to success. Defenders won't be able to concentrate on a single shooter, which will cause problems for every team against Indiana.
Kelsey Mitchell has re-signed for the Indiana Fever in a shock to nobody. It says here, this is Kelsey Mitchell's welcome back. She gets into Gamebridge, and every employee for the Fever, or every Payson Sports and Entertainment employees, lined the pavilion, and Caitlin Clark is there waiting for her. Caitlin Clark is there waiting that is the best part to end the video.
Mitchell's resignation goes beyond just business. Her late season surge last year was only the start, as Clark drew defenses and created opportunities. It's a declaration that she believes in what the Fever is developing and views Clark as the missing piece to push them to the next level. For years, the WNBA has fought to reclaim its importance, but with Mitchell and Clark leading the charge, Indiana is no longer an afterthought. Instead, they are a team on the rise, and the league is taking notice. Mitch's offensive averages are going to explode. Mitchell is already personally witnessing how Clark's influence beyond simply drawing attention to herself. She uplifts everyone around her. The fact that Mitchell chose to stay says a lot about Clark's influence. It goes beyond potential to include the conviction that the Fever is creating something unique and that Mitchell wants to be at its core with her background and Clark's generational talent. As the new season draws near, everyone will be watching Indiana because the Mitchell-Clark duo is not only thrilling but also dangerous. The defenders will have to choose between them, and the spectators are in for a show. Indiana is poised for a comeback that might upend the league. Kelsey Mitchell had the option to test free agency, but she decided to stay since she is aware that a new era for the Fever powered by Caitlin Clark is approaching.
There is some fire going on in Indiana right now. There is some hot, serious fire. Kelsey Mitchell is back with the Indiana Fever. I didn't doubt it for 1 second that Kelsey Mitchell would not resign with the Indiana Fever, but it was made official today. Kelsey Mitchell has re-signed with the Indiana Fever and will continue to be part of the best backcourt duo in the WNBA, side by side with Caitlin Clark.
The significance of Kelsey Mitchell and Caitlin Clark to the Indiana Fever's success has been underlined by head coach Stephanie White. White respects Clark's game-changing presence with his exceptional passing and long shooting range, but she also recognizes Mitchell's valuable expertise and consistent scoring. White thinks she will make life easier for Mitchell and her colleagues in addition to opening up more options for herself. White has noted that while Mitchell's job is still vital, Clark's ability to stretch defenses will open up the floor in ways Indiana hasn't seen in years. Her court vision and facilitation skills will be essential to maximizing the Fever's offensive potential. It is anticipated that Clark will be the center of opposition defenses, which could result in even greater effectiveness from the Fever's return.
And talked about her current team and her unique perspective on said current team, considering, one, she went against them as head coach of the Connecticut Sun, obviously, including in the playoffs, including in Caitlin Clark's first WNBA game. And she also followed some of these players for a long time, considering she covered the college game. And therefore, she has such a unique perspective given her innate knowledge and insight to her players, and also the fact that they're now her players, which is interesting to hear when it's presented.
Discussed how Clark's presence has affected Indiana's rebuilding process. Under Clark's guidance and Mitchell's expertise, the Fever, a team that has had difficulty remaining competitive in recent years, now have the pieces to move up the standings. White thinks the Fever are about to emerge as a significant WNBA contender. One of Caitlin Clark's most remarkable traits is her capacity to uplift others around her. This ability has already started to influence her new teammates, particularly Lexi Hull. Similar to how she improved her teammates during her time in college, Clark has a special ability to do so in the WNBA. This impact is especially noticeable with Hull, who has expressed sincere thanks for Clark's presence on the
Caitlin Clark, and you also struck up a friendship with her. Can you talk about how important it is to have that camaraderie on and off the court?
I think it was important to get to know her off the court because I do think that, connections, getting to know people really play a part in the success of teams. And it's really awesome to get to know her as well because, she's a great person, but you have all these expectations put on her and our team has put on her and fans have put on her. So to see her kind of be so mature in that transition, it's been really awesome. And I'm just really proud to, have her on the team. And
who has previously battled to establish consistency, but has displayed glimpses of promise, has profited from Clark's playmaking skills, particularly his ability to attract defenders and create openings. Hull has been able to play more effectively and confidently. She has openly expressed her gratitude for Clark's leadership and how playing with her has helped her step up her game. As Clark continues to establish herself at the professional level, her ability to improve her teammates' performances, whether it be by creating easy baskets, accelerating the tempo, or boosting confidence in those around her, will be crucial to the success of the Fever. The dynamic of the team is already being significantly shaped by Clark's impact.
Do you have a favorite Caitlin practice story?
Yeah, I do. There was one practice, Christy turns on loud music because I can't remember where we were going, but we knew the arena was going to be loud. And so she turns on this like loud music, and Caitlin screams. She's like, "Can someone turn it off? It's giving me a migraine." And everyone's like,
At the center of this collapse is Chelsea Carter, whose careless and needless fall on Clark sparked outrage. Carter now finds herself without a team officially cut by the sky in what seems to be an inevitable consequence of her actions. Caitlin Clark continues to dominate headlines and elevate those around her. The Chicago sky is collapsing before our eyes. The franchise that was once full of promise is now spiraling with internal turmoil and controversial decisions taking center stage.
Teammates to the games, even just when we were trying to make the playoffs. It was a hard fight. Y'all know I went down. I had a foot injury, which cost a lot of games at the end of the season. We ended up losing to Washington. I didn't play. We lost to Indiana. I didn't play that game. I missed a couple of games to where, maybe if we had our whole lineup, we could have had a better outcome. But as far as that, there's a lot of just narratives being spent. And from my standpoint, I had a great time. And this was one of the best seasons that I ever had in my career. And I'm not going to allow anybody to downplay it like it went bad, because it didn't go bad. It was the best season that I've had in my life. Shooting-wise, playing-wise, living-wise, it was a great experience.
Meanwhile, in a different but no less dramatic plot in sharp contrast to her former supremacy in college, Angel Reese is having difficulty finding her place in the unmatched league after being benched in favor of Lexi Hull. These concurrent setbacks demonstrate how swiftly things can go wrong in professional basketball.
As Angel Reese rode the pine and had an awful game, and the game got away from being about Angel, the Rose Basketball Club won the game. They got a victory. Funny, interesting. Kind of like what happened in Chicago last year. When it wasn't about Angel, the team won and was successful.
Carter, on the other hand, has always been known for her aggressive style of play, but her famous fall on Caitlin Clark went beyond the bounds of competition to outright recklessness. The obvious shoulder check that happened away from the ball was widely criticized as needless and unsportsmanlike, and what made it worse was Carter's unrepentant attitude afterward, refusing to express regret even as fans, analysts, and former players all demanded disciplinary action, and the decision to release Carter's release now appears to be a direct response to the outcry she sparked. But it wasn't just about one infraction. The episode only highlighted more serious problems. She was already on thin ice due to her history of on-court altercations and reported attitude issues. The fall on Clark was the last straw, and now she is out of the WNBA. This is a stunning fall from grace for a player who was once hailed as a promising young star. Whether another team decides to take a chance on her is still up in the air, but for the time being it appears Carter has finally faced the karma that many thought was coming.
Saw the play in the third quarter where Carter kind of decked you. How do you respond to that and stay within yourself?
I feel like I'm just at the point where you accept it and don't retaliate. Just let them hit you, be what it is. Don't let it get inside your head. And know it's coming. I think at this point, I know I'm going to take a couple hard shots a game. It is what it is, I guess. I don't know.
As all of this is happening, Caitlin Clark keeps getting better, demonstrating that the true secrets to success are preparation, poise, and skill development. These actors' divergent paths create an engaging plot that highlights the distinction between people who flourish under duress and others who crumble in the face of difficulty. In contrast to the Las Vegas Aces, who lost Kelsey Plum, one of the league's most dynamic guards, the Indiana Fever, with a talented core intact and Kelsey Mitchell staying, are in a prime position to capitalize and make a legitimate run for the championship this season. Plum was an essential part of the Aces' offensive firepower. Her ability to score at will, stretch the floor with elite three-point shooting, and assist her teammates made her invaluable to the Aces system. Without her, the Las Vegas Aces lose a vital component of their offensive versatility and backcourt stability.